You talking about eating that cereal, man. You do what you want. It's your show, man. You do what you want. You eat that cereal, bro. What kind of cereal you eating?
So here's my cereal story. I eat Frosted Flakes usually.
Hmm.
If I'm gonna eat cereal, I eat Frosted Flakes.
Hmm.
But one, the sugar. I'm trying to act like I'm conscious of, health. And two, I like to catch the 2-for-1 joint. It's like the only thing at Publix that is not overpriced. So go through Publix, catch the 2-for-1. Sometimes it's the Frosted Flakes, so it's Kellogg's.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's what I have right now, which is Honey Nut Cheerios. And it was a Honey Nut Cheerios kind of week. So here we are.
So you're a public shopper,
Oh, Publix is the closest thing to the house.
huh?
I don't think anybody shops at Publix on purpose. Did I tell you about the $9 bacon, $8 bacon a
Man,
couple months
that's
ago?
it ain't just at Publix. You
No,
know.
this was though. This
Oh.
was this was early. This was a while ago. Like everybody's prices had gone up, but
Uh-huh.
Publix, the cheap bacon was $8. I was like, I went through the whole joint. I was like, bro, this can't be like this can't be love. This can't be right. There's got to be more. This can't be bacon prices.
So you say, okay, man, I seen some $8 bacon, $7 bacon. I'm like, yo, I mean, shoot, even the store brand expensive, bro. Like, so the Kroger brand, I'm like, what in the world? So it's like now when it comes to that bacon, I gotta start looking like I'm looking at the sales for real. Like I used to be on the digital, not the digital, but it's the coupons. Nah, bro, I didn't phase back. Like M say, maybe turn back into to the old me. Dog, I'm back that joint looking for every value pack I get in the mail, every coupon, double, digital coupon.
Bro,
I'm doing the whole 9 yards, man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a Publix over this way too. So I'm directly across the street from a Kroger.
Bro, Publix is so ridiculous. But anyway,
Yeah, like
they're ridiculous.
go grocery shopping at Kroger and then leave there and go just across the street for like 3 items that we can't find in Kroger.
Yep,
That's how we get
exactly.
now. You know what I'm saying? My lady, she loves Funyuns, right? But we can't, like, it must be a Funyun shortage, bro. I've gone, Publix usually
It's
have,
not.
but I don't know. I'm talking about the bag. Like, not the
They
pack.
have me too.
I'm talking about the joints, the individuals you get like in a snack pack. Because,
Gotcha.
bro, I've been to in the past week, and this happens like from time to time, and it's always consistent. No Kroger, no Publix. Go to Walmart, no Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I try to Walmart out near my job. They don't have. They always don't have them at the same time.
I was gonna say because I've been on like two road trips anyway, distance driving for a day. Um, and I've had Funyuns, big bags of Funyuns each time. So I was gonna say, oh Lord, it ain't a shortage in the big jump. But I did not see any little bags of Funyuns, so I can't even speak on that.
It's good stuff, man. Hey, so speaking of which, it's I don't know if you celebrate or who celebrates, but it's Halloween. And I will say, for those of you that are going out, the folks are going out today. It is a fabulous day in RVA. It's nice outside, bro.
Yes,
I,
sir.
I admit I wasn't leaving the house today, man, but I had to go get something out of my trunk, man. And wow, it's beautiful out there, man. So shout
It
out to
is.
everybody going door to door.
I would have been outside doing this podcast, but one of my neighbors, my one neighbor anyway, that's right beside us, their child is on the patio, just out there yelling. That's what he does on a regular basis. So I ain't going out there with him. Ain't nobody
Ain't
trying
out
to hear
there
all
bothering for apples and nothing like that, bro. They ain't got that going on.
that. I don't know what they're doing. I know he yelling. That's all I know.
Hey, man. Hey, I want to. What up? Some of the fellas in the group is out here. Caesar, what's up, brother? Uh,
Man, I wish I could
uh,
see, bro. I'm on my phone, so I can't see what's happening in the group.
Cuz OJ Hunley in effect. What up, cuz? Hey, hey, let me shout out first of all. First of all, I gotta talk to my guy Caesar real quick and two quick things.
I'm gonna
First
go
of all,
back to the cereal while you do that.
I got a question. Caesar, do you guys have a pumpkin spice or pumpkin donut shortage, bro? Like Everything started off real love at the beginning of fall. I was happy. They didn't bring the spice back, but they had these pumpkin donuts that was off the chain. Bro, I ain't been able to find them at any Kroger, man, like for the past, like, I mean, any Wawa for the past 3 weeks, man. Caesar, can you tell me something? I mean, I went for the pumpkin spice muffin the other day, right? And that joint was aight. It was aight. You know what I mean? But I can't find the donut, man. Like I don't know if Caesar knows something or over the way he had it. That, you know what I'm saying? If they got them joints, man, but I can't find them stores. The joints is
Caesar
love.
probably confiscated them. Caesar probably confiscated them. He know you
Caesar,
like them.
Caesar, Caesar got a trunk full. He said,
Looking at
"Not
them
this
like,
year."
wait,
Man, Caesar, that joint hurt me, bro. Like I was looking for, like they didn't have the pumpkin spice, but some of them had just the regular pumpkin. I was cool with that. Can't find them. You got nothing but a big old round muffin. It ain't the same, man. AJ, what's
yeah.
up, bro? Word up. He enjoy that vacation, player. AJ say he just got off. He been working them 16-hour days, like doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? But he says he's on
Oh,
vacation. He
word.
was on vacation.
But I'm sitting there like, who are you talking about, AJ? I ran through all the AJs that I know. Harvin Jackson, my bad, bro. I thought of every other person named AJ other than the man.
My God. Hey, Caesar, no, man, I appreciate that. I was having a horrible day at work the other day, man. Like, I had one of the, I've been having a horrible couple of weeks, but horrible day, man. And Caesar reached out, was like, look, man, come through. I got you. And I know he had the free coffee, man. I appreciate that. I needed something stronger that time of evening. Caesar, I had some stuff that, y'all don't carry. That was what I needed. I need, something I had to go down to the alphabet store to get. But nah, I was gonna come through, Caesar. I appreciate the lookout, brother. But I had to slide by another location that's on my way home to pick up some postcards before they left the building. So I couldn't get by there. But I appreciate you, man. I really do. I really do. I will say this though. Um, through all the trials and tribulations the past couple of weeks, there is one thing that's got me feeling just a little bit better.
What's that?
3-1, man. We up 3-1 in the World Series, man. And I'm not getting over, man. I'm not getting over that hype till this thing is done. I mean, this is
Right.
we're talking about the cheaters and the whole nine, but they can swing them bats. And I think about us blowing the lead against the Dodgers last year in the division. And the one thing I will say about it, I'm happy that a couple of the guys that kind of made some of the mistakes and errors in last year's series against the Dodgers are actually stepping up in this series, and that would be Dansby Swanson, especially last night, and the steady, always steady Austin Riley, man. So one game away, so I'm praying on it.
I'm happy for you, Prime. The city is happy for you too. Well, the city is happy for itself. The Richmond Braves were here for so long that a lot of people in the city clung to them, for that reason,
Yeah,
and still do.
yeah,
So that's dope. Uh, I remember seeing many Atlanta Brave in the city playing for Richmond or coming back, rehab, like Dave Justice. I wish I would have made it to that Deion Sanders joint when he was here.
yep.
But yeah, it's been many Braves in the city over the years, and I ain't mad at you. They beat the Dodgers. I'm not happy about that, but
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, we just need to get it before I go crazy, man. I'm not gonna get caught up in all that, but y'all got it because that's all I'm seeing on Facebook today, and we ain't got nothing. We ain't won anything yet. So man, let's just be nice to win it in Atlanta. It would be great to win it in Atlanta. For the people's and long suffering people. I mean, you think about, man, if we win this thing, all the stuff we went through, losing Soroka, losing Acuna, losing them early, and then the moves they made, man, right at and before the trade deadline, the Duval, the Soler, the Rosario, all the moves that they made to get to this point is historic, man. If they win this thing, you got to think about it. This is a team that was not even anywhere near. Uh, was not anywhere near 500, man, until around about 100 games or so, and had
Mm-hmm.
the worst record out of any team that even made it in the end. So I don't know, man. So let me win it, and then I'll celebrate. But it got me feeling a little bit better.
Well, the Chicago Sky was what, the 6th seed,
Yeah.
and they were 500 late late in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So might just be that kind of year.
And it's the thing. A couple of years ago, they were talking about was Brian Snicker the coach for this team? Like he could have been on the hot seat. It's
Right.
crazy.
It's always something, man. It's always something. But
Respect
yeah,
on the other side though. For I mean, I know not so much for the cheaters, but for Dusty Baker though. So, Dusty's he had nothing to do with all that stuff that went. But he wasn't even the coach back when all that stuff popped off. So I do got respect for him and. Even on the player side, Michael Brantley, he wasn't there when all that popped off. So but I don't know, man. I need to go ahead and bring this home before I celebrate. But I'm happy.
yeah, I ain't mad at you. Gotta wait till it's official. Just remember KG. Remember
Yeah.
KG. Nobody wants to be KG.
Lifelong Braves fan on this end. Alvin said Magic City and lemon pepper wings are going to be on fire tonight. Hey man, if they win it, it's gonna be lit. Can you imagine being a club owner right now in Atlanta,
Mm.
especially a gentleman's club owner? That would be off the chain tonight. Like I'm telling you right now, if they was to win this thing, it would be crazy in the ATL. So shout out.
Word.
Sure.
Braves
So
gang.
yeah, before we get into all these, before we get into this, we got some quick NBA. I do want to give a couple of shout outs on the hip hop side real quick because I know I'm going to forget a few, but it's been a crazy week as far as anniversaries, man. I want to give a shout out to a movement that's always was near and dear to my heart. The Boot Camp Click, OGC, the Storm came out in
Mm-hmm.
'96. It just celebrated the anniversary this past week. And people, if you want pure dopeness, so you want to remember how dope that thing was, go back and listen to that album. The Storm was a heck of a debut for that squad. There, Hurricane Starang and the fam.
Indeed, indeed.
Also, probably the biggest of the week, in my opinion anyway, would be the 25th anniversary of Iron Man, Ghostface Killer. And it's crazy that we celebrate this, and he's even celebrating this, of course, because that's his work. But I remember I saw reading something that he wasn't all that crazy about this project at first. He went through a lot trying to get this project done. Some things got rushed. Some things he wanted to be included didn't get included. I think he had some personal things going on in his life, but it ended up being, in some people's opinion, depending on who you ask, his best album. Some would say Supreme Clientele, which is just as dope. But to go through all that Ghost went through with this album, and it still came out fire, it's crazy. 25 years, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if people expected it. Like, we expected it to be a good album, blah blah blah. But I don't know if people expected it to be as heavy as it was. And that joint was crazy. Uh, Actually, it had a tolerable. It had two. I'm gonna go ahead and say it had two tolerable You God verses on one album. God bless.
That's rare.
God bless. God bless.
That's as
Black
rare as
Jesus.
that one Wu Tang album. This was
God bless. Yes. Yeah, between Winter Wars and Black Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So dope album, love it. Cam A Fish, all that,
You know,
Daytona
Cammy is my
500.
joint. Can you cook, darling? That's my joint.
Indeed.
Um, and then more notably, today we have the Dog Pound. Dog Food came
Doo-doo,
out in
doo-doo,
'95, and everybody
doo-doo,
remember New
doo-doo.
York, and there's a couple of joints I love. One of them I can't mention.
Let's
Yo,
play
but
house.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like to dream about getting paid. Yeah, that's my joint, man, for sure. We
Yeah.
also have the Dynasty, the Rock La Familia, 2000. You know what I'm saying? Throw up the rock sign.
And I was just talking about This Can't Be Life. That's off that joint.
Indeed. And one of my favorites, Don and I was kicking it this morning about it. Cypress Hill 3, The Temple of Boom, came out in
Mm-hmm.
1995. And it still shows mad love when you pump it through your speakers, but trust me. If you got Apple
Always
Music
got
and all
love for
that,
Cypress
go ahead
Hill.
and check it out. It was dope.
Yeah.
All this stuff was dope, especially the first three albums. Shout out to Cypress Hill. All right. What else we got? Man, we got NBA, man. NBA is fresh. Most teams have played right around about 6 games, my brother. And how we
Yeah.
feeling right now about this little bit, this taste of NBA that we got?
how we feeling. How you feeling, Prime? I mean, not all of us have a team that's sitting at 5-1 out the gate, sitting on top of the conference. How you feeling? I know you don't care for real. It's just early. But anyway, I just wanted to shout
I
out the
do
Knicks
care.
real quick. The Bulls, the Bulls look great. I love what the Bulls have going on out
The
there.
last week.
They actually beat they actually beat Utah. They actually beat Utah. They took that 1L, but they beat Utah last night. It's only four teams that have one loss. That's Golden State, Utah, Chicago, who I just mentioned, and who's the other one, Brown?
What you say?
Who's the other one with the one loss?
The Wizards. Oh,
Golden State,
you talking about
Utah, Chicago,
the Wizards?
and
The Knicks. Oh, Wizards
yeah,
got one loss too.
do they?
Yeah, yeah.
How? Wait a what? Oh, hold on, let me check
Wizards
my
on fire,
numbers.
bro.
I did not see that. I did
Yeah,
not see that the Wizards had one loss.
yeah, the Knicks. But yeah, the Knicks, man. Look, 5-1 playing well. Most
Mm-hmm.
notably, out of that mix, they beat Boston in a very exciting game when Jaylen Brown could not be stopped.
Right.
They beat Philly, and then of course they handed the Chicago Bulls their first loss the other night. So looking good so far. All I'm gonna say about it so far, Source, is that they have the look of a team that's been together at least a year. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. And then the additions of Kemba Walker. Kemba didn't play well in the first game. He played like garbage, really. He almost cost us
Mm-hmm.
a game, but he's played well since then. Fournier's been a sniper. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
call it what it is. I like Fournier got that New York type attitude to him too. So
He got a
I
little
like that.
swag on him.
And then the biggest thing is probably Mitchell Robinson. And I say that Mitchell Robinson, he's put on a lot of weight, so he does look like he could be a little out of shape. But his presence has been huge. I cringe every time somebody touches him though, because he gets hurt every game, goes down. He didn't get his knee bumped twice in 5 games, and he rolling around. I'm thinking it's something serious. Ankle. He bust out his shoe the other night. It's crazy. But having Mitchell Robinson in the middle was something that I mentioned. Not saying that it would have changed the series. I don't think so. But having Mitchell Robinson's presence in the middle was definitely missing against Atlanta last year when they were getting eaten up on them alley oops. I mean, when Capella and them was doing work, on them. And the good thing about it is Taj Gibson's playing well behind them, and Nerlens Noel hadn't even played yet.
Right.
So a shout out to the Knicks. But yeah, the Wizards, man, the Wizards balling. They balling right there. That squad over there, with your former guy, your former Laker, and these guys, they balling right now, and they putting like the Wizards are putting hurting on some people through these first 5 or 6, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination of players they have over there. So you never know who's going to go off, outside of Bradley Beal.
Hmm.
But
So
Kyle Kuzma's playing well. Can't knock him.
yeah, he's playing really well. I do want to ask you real quick because people are jumping the gun. You know how people do. You know how people
I
do.
do.
3, 4 games in, one game. I told you Westbrook want this. I told you this, that, and the third. Now your team's sitting at 500, and I think they are the second or third highest scoring team in the league, but still only sitting at 500. Any panic with you?
Never that. Never that. Not after 6 games, not after 10 games, not after 20 games. What is it? 3 people? Is it 3 people that return or 2 people? 2 or 3 people that return from
Mm.
last year. It's a whole new squad trying to mesh. And this is how it starts, sometimes. And this is an odd situation because you have a bunch of people who used to be the man
Mm-hmm.
and on the backside of their career. And you got to figure out how to get all those pieces to fit together. Nobody expected the Lakers. Well, I didn't expect the Lakers to start out, like the Knicks have started out, 5-1. But
Right.
I'm good. I'm good with the Lakers. I was good when they were 0-2. Like, so what? I really don't care at this point. Catch me at game 25. If they still look sloppy at game 25, we can talk about it. But still, that's not even that real because it's an 82 game season. So it's a long way to go. Eventually, the Lakers are gonna catch fire and just
For
start,
sure.
running off some games. But yeah, no stress over here.
Yeah, I did forget to mention earlier because I'm gonna say it. As I'm on Knicks all day. Shout out to R.J. Barrett and them 35 last night. But Caesar says Charlotte's looking good, and I haven't had a chance to really watch Charlotte yet, like really look at
Right.
them. But they are sitting at 4-2, 4-2.
I
So
mean,
real nice start for them, man.
LaMelo hooping. LaMelo was hooping. Like he came out the
LaMelo
gate hooping.
hooping,
Him and Bridges.
LaMelo hooping, and Melo hooping. Yeah, I threw that in there.
Well, I thought you were gonna say that a minute ago when you said the RJ Barrett 35 thing. So
Yeah. My guy Mello then had a couple of nice ones for you guys. But yeah, LaMelo, shout out to Jerron Dennis. You know, he told us. He warned
yeah.
us. Yeah, he warned us. So there it is. So y'all better listen when that man speaks. Except when he talking about washing and stuff. I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah.
I listen to everything else he
No.
talk about. That's a smart dude. That's a smart dude. Um, but yeah, that's where we are, man. The last thing on the NBA is Halloween. Crazy things that happened on Halloween. You can go back to 2002, right? And the Wizards beat the brakes off of Boston. It was 111-69 in an ugly game on Halloween. So uh, Boston, do they play tonight? If so, beware. I didn't even check the schedule yet.
This year Halloween fell on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, no doubt. Hey, let's get to the NFL, man. Before we pick these games, and when we want to find out if anybody listening. Um, you feel welcome to chime in and let us know what you think. But we're going to talk about these Kansas City Chiefs. And it's got to be spoken about. Because the only person that's really spoken about them a lot is Caesar, that's letting us know exactly where the Kansas City Chiefs are sitting in the AFC West, right? And he's going to make sure we don't forget the fact. Now, he didn't say too much about it last, but you know what happened to last time the Chargers played. But, yeah, the Chiefs got issues, man. The Chiefs got
Come on,
issues.
Prime.
Yeah.
Why you had to bring up the I had forgotten. I had forgotten that the charges cost me $2,000, Prime. You just had to remind me of that. Did
And
you
this
not
ain't
know
no
that?
shade for me because I like the Chargers. I'm just saying, but I ain't mean to hit that soft spot about that loot, man.
Wait,
My
I
bad.
didn't bet, but it was like $13 bet. 2,000. It was 2,000 and some change. Anyway, we're talking about Kansas City. Yes, Kansas City. What is going on in Kansas City? That's the real question. What is going on? We don't put a lot of stock into their running game as a whole, but their running game is non-existent at this point. Um, even with Edwards Hilaire when he was playing, and after he's been injured, I mean, it hasn't been much of a difference. Not only that, to me, I'm gonna say it. Y'all ain't gonna like it. Prime ain't gonna like it. And I'm always about the offensive line protection and all that. But Patrick Mahomes has not been as solid. One reason is because it seems like all the chances that he's taken in the last few years that don't turn into interceptions, this year them joints is interceptions. It's like every time. He's got 9 picks, thrown 9 picks on the season. Right? Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah, 18 touchdowns and 9 picks.
Mm-hmm.
A couple, a couple of them bounced off of people's hands, but that happens to everybody. But Patrick Mahomes with 9 picks at this point in the season, that is a problem. Again, part of it's the offensive line, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Giving teams too many chances.
It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Yeah, Patrick has not played like Patrick that we've seen the past couple of seasons, but it's some of it is him. Some of it is the offensive line. They went back and retooled his offensive line after that disaster in the Super Bowl, and it
Yeah.
hasn't looked much better. Like we're used to Mahomes running around making moves with his legs, and sometimes he's just doing it for fun. Now he's doing it out of necessity, and
Yeah.
this is what we're seeing from them. You couple that with the fact that the defense is at a historic like low when it comes to being terrible. Like it is a horrible defense. Those years that they were challenging and contending for the Super Bowl, they released a halfway decent defense. I mean, they may give up yards here, they may give up plays, but the playmakers were making enough plays to keep it where it needed to be. And they've had some
Right.
injuries with Clark and Jones and and some other guys, but the defense is historically terrible. So you got a combination or a mixed bag. I'm seeing all this on Facebook about how they figured the Chiefs, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes out, maybe a little bit, but nah, it's not just so much that none of the players are really performing. Like we've seen a couple of big games from Tyreek Hill, but then he's gone milk carton too. And we talk about Edwards-Helaire. He was just starting to get it together before the injury, so we think he had a good game. And I think they have to find a way. I don't know if they are able to do it with that line, but to run the football just a little bit more. Because we would see, even when they were slinging it all over the place and going to the AFC Championship game and to the Super Bowl, there were times they could at least run the game when they needed to, run the ball when they needed to, which would set up those plays. Teams ain't scared of them running the football right now. So we just going to put these four up here, put everybody back, and we going to use just defend. Because we know our D tackles and our D ends can get that pressure. So I think it is a combination of things. Now, we talk about all of this, and here they are sitting there only with about 2 games out of first, 1 game out of second in their division. So I don't think the defense is something that they're going to be able to correct entirely the entire season. But there's some things that probably could be done offensively. And they may or may not win this division, but I'm not ready to say they're not going to be a playoff team either.
Mm. Yeah, they might want to get it started. Ho ho! They might want to get it started. It's going to be a problem. It's an uphill battle already. So it should be interesting to see. Can't ever count Kansas City out, but we do see them stall on offense, which they
Yeah.
do all the time. They stall on offense and then they catch fire, but that catch fire button ain't quite working as much this season, especially last week when they got real against Tennessee.
Well, it's going to be real for a lot of teams when Tennessee clicking. So trust me, when they click, it's going to be a problem. I think we're going to talk about them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fellas agree. Tim said the defense part of the issue. Caesar said he needs to check it. He needs some more check downs for real, Caesar, for real. And those backs can help him out with that, and Andy Reid can help him out with that too. As innovative of a mind as he is offensively, he got to figure some things because we're pretty much at the point that we know it just really needs the offense to get clicking, and they're gonna have to outscore a bunch of people. That's what it's gonna be. They're gonna give up on defense, so they're just gonna have to put in their mind we're gonna have to outscore people. Period. So let me go ahead and fix this though. The defense ain't gonna be no overnight fix.
He mess around. Eric Bieniemy ain't gonna never get no head coach job.
Look, he might want to look at the college ranks, but anyway, yeah. So that's where we are, man. But they are still right there in the thick of things, and all this we talking about going into week 8, they're right there in their division. So you just never know what's gonna go down. Um, hey, did you see the Bruce Smith, the whole Bruce Smith Miles Garrett thing about the tombstones?
I saw the tombstones outside of his house in down Virginia Beach, but I didn't know it was some controversy.
Yeah, so basically, Miles Garrett has a thing with some tombstones, and it has all of the quarterbacks that he sacked this year. So Bruce
Oh,
Smith comes back with the tombstones of all the quarterbacks he sacked in his career. And he's showing him some love and some respect. He said, "But this is what a real graveyard looks like. If anybody hasn't seen that yet, you need to go check it out. Go online and check it out." Now, of course, I think he's got like 76 total tombstones. I believe it was 78 or whatever in his yard. And Miles Garrett said it's like 140 something sacks behind Big Bruce. Not saying that Miles won't ever get there, but I thought that was awesome. But what I did love too is what I saw before we started doing this is that Miles Garrett showed up for the game today with a Grim Reaper outfit on, and on the back of the jacket of the Grim Reaper jacket or throw whatever, it has a list of quarterbacks on the back of that.
a
So it's pretty
word.
dope. Everybody go check that out if you ain't seen it yet. It's fire.
Well, if it doesn't say Big Ben, it will today. I'm going to put it out there. 3 sacks for Miles Garrett today. Three, three, three.
Going in like Lil Wayne. Okay. I see you. The last Halloween notable I want to throw out there is one that you are not going to love.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to love this at all, but we can go back to, I believe it was 1993 on Halloween. That one, the leading rusher in the history of the NFL, ran for 237 yards on your Philadelphia Eagles on
Barry
Halloween.
Sanders?
No, no, no. Okay, don't start that. The leading rusher in the entire league, one Emmitt Smith, 22, catch 22. You ain't caught him yet. Ran for 237 on your Philadelphia Eagles. And Emmitt Smith's only 200-yard game of his career. I just want to put that out there.
That's just disrespectful and factual at the same time. I don't like it.
Much love, respect to you. I just did it because it was Halloween, man. Nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I know, Brian.
237 season. That is correct. Let's get into these games, man. So first up, we got the Panthers and the Falcons. 3-14 versus a 3-3 team. Two teams at the bottom of the NFC South. We got the Panthers dropping 4 in a row after a real team showed them what time it was. They've been cookie crumbles ever since. And then the Falcons have won 2 in a row.
You talking about when the Eagles beat Carolina?
Nah, we talking when them boys beat Carolina. Yeah.
My bad. Oh. Yeah, this game is terrible. That shows you what kind of week we're looking at right now. This game is terrible. Here's a fun fact. Matt Ryan is like, we think Atlanta stinks and all that. Matt Ryan is not, like, he's not doing anything special, but he's not playing terrible. He's what, 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. Yeah, you know. And now he's found a weapon of mass destruction out this joint. Kyle Pitts is out here eating. Thankfully, I've had him in my last 2 weeks of FanDuel. He's gotten busy to the tune of he had 16 catches, 282 yards in the last 2 weeks of play for Atlanta. So he's getting busy. Awesome. The weirdest story out of Atlanta is Cordero Patterson. What is going on right now? Like, why is this man running the ball and catching the ball? Like, where was all this the past 10 years? I don't understand what's happening. Obviously we've seen him do both in the past, but not to this extent. I guess it's by need or and here we are. He's 233 yards on the ground, 296 yards as a receiver, 6 touchdowns. Like, he's the Swiss Army knife for the Atlanta offense.
Crazy. And we went into this season wondering who would run the ball. We're talking about Mike Davis, all bulked up. He was going to get the carries, but Cordero is the guy. This is the way they choose to run this offense. And Kyle Pitts, as you mentioned, like, he started slow. Everybody was like, when is Kyle Pitts going to break out? Because people are expecting him to be a star after what we saw he did in college last year. But, dude, the last couple of games, what he had with 115, I think, in a TD, a $163, I think, the last game. The dude has arrived. He has arrived. And I expect he's probably going to have another big game today. The one thing I'm looking at, though, when I pick this game, what I'm thinking about is the fact that Atlanta has not been great defensively, but each of the past 2 weeks they've gotten at least 1 interception. And I go back and think about Sam Darnold, who's thrown a pick in 4 straight games. And I think that could be the deciding factor today. And that's why I'm picking a very good game. But I think he might be the one to trick it up and cause them to lose it. Falcons taking it 24-23.
Man, remember when Carolina was 3-0?
Yeah, until they met a real team. Yeah.
Okay, fine, Brian. You just go. We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
24-20 is what I have. 24-20 Atlanta. I have nothing good to say about Carolina, but I do see they're looking at Deshaun Watson. That will be interesting, and even throwing McCaffrey on the line, like, and that.
How do you feel about that? You let McCaffrey go?
Well, maybe they know more than everybody else knows as far as health. Because we know he's a problem when he's on the field. It's just a problem of him being on the field, consistently. I don't know. I guess you have to do your due diligence on the Deshaun Watson whole scenario, because you can't, or they could just be sliding him out of town. And I don't know, Brian. I don't know.
Well, the trade deadline, I believe, is Tuesday, I think. Trade deadline coming up Tuesday, maybe like 4 p.m. or something like that. So, and we saw reports earlier today that said that supposedly, um, the Texans are prepping to have him past the trade deadline now. And then Carolina makes a comment earlier in the week that Darnold is our starting quarterback the rest of the season. But it's going to be something to watch.
I mean, they can't get him.
Something to watch, man. Steelers Browns. Steelers Browns. You already mentioned that Myles Garrett gonna have a field day putting Big Ben on his back, and you got to add in the speculation of the USC talks with Mike Tomlin. Y'all done made this man mad. I think he almost cursed on the airwaves when he was trying to tell y'all, why y'all bringing this up. I'm in the middle of a season. Um, but yeah, I think this is one of those games we're used to going into saying, yeah, Steelers about to put a hurting on these people. But now we're looking at this like the Browns might put a hurting on these people. Uh, what you
You know
think?
it's wild. You know it's wild if you can think the Browns might put a hurting on these people, but the Browns on their backup quarterback, Case Keenum, on their fourth running back, fifth, sixth, seventh running back down the line, Dearness Johnson, who actually got busy last week. Like he
For
broke
sure.
shop on, what was that, Thursday night? I think it was
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night last week. And yeah, and an unhealthy wide receiver core. I mean, Jarvis Landry is pretty much back, but OBJ is still questionable, and plus he's not really doing much on the field anyway, so does it really matter? But the thing to me is Big Ben is not going to be able to move. I mean, obviously he can't move, and he's not getting the blocking. So trying to get away from that Cleveland rush might be the difference. Although I guess that Najee Harris out of the backfield being a weapon through the running game and through the passing game makes a difference. Maybe to slow that rush down a little bit. I don't know. I still got Myles Garrett getting 3 sacks though.
Yeah, I saw last. I saw that they're supposed. So Baker's supposed to be playing. We know that injury was.
Is he?
Last I saw, they were reporting that they expect him to play. That's the last I saw. Earlier this morning. So that's what I'm going with until they
Hmm.
change it up. Till they change it. As of this morning, they were reporting that he was going to play. They expect they were going to check him in warm-ups, but they were thinking he was going to play. OBJ supposed to play as of this morning. But still very interesting getting Nick Chubb back. Nick Chubb's going to play today. But the question is, how much are they going to use him? You saw what Johnson did last week, as you mentioned. I expect him to maybe sort of slide into some of the, Kareem Hunt style, the way they were using when both of those guys were healthy. But yeah, you mentioned the Steelers run game. Boy, let me tell you something. I think they're gonna have a problem because Cleveland is stout against the run. They can run the ball themselves. I don't think the Steelers gonna stop them, but they're gonna have a problem forcing Big Ben to have to throw it, which will give those opportunities for him to be put on his back, like you said. Um, I don't think it'll get ugly. I think that Cleveland has the potential to make it ugly with all the problems that the Steelers are going through, down a tight end, down a receiver, got another receiver nicked up. But I still expect Cleveland to come out here with the dub, running the ball, controlling the clock, making the plays that they need to make. Baker becomes the first Cleveland quarterback to win 3 straight against the Pittsburgh Steelers since who?
3 straight. Charlie Batch. I don't know.
First Browns quarterback to win 3 straight quarterbacks.
Oh, first. Oh, I guess I'm sorry. First
Three
Browns
straight.
quarterback to win 3 straight. Okay. Brian Sipe.
Bernie Kosar. Bernie
Oh,
Kosar is the answer. It's the
that should
last
have been the
time to beat
easiest
the last
answer.
time Cleveland quarterback to beat the Browns in 3 games straight. So Baker joins him today if he starts. But I think he's playing from last I saw. Game we expect to be very, very, very exciting, my man. And this is a game that I know it has a whole lot of daily fantasy implications. And that would be the Titans and the Colts, who usually play each other pretty tight or always have some exciting pop off. Um, we do know that Julio's not playing for the Titans today. Who knew? I mean, did you ever see that coming? Julio's nicked up again. On the Colts side, the Colts are getting back a couple of players. Nelson, I believe, is going to return to the offensive line, which will be a big help for them. But I expect this to be a really good game.
Yeah, I think Ty is supposed to be back too. Well, he's at least questionable. I didn't see anything this morning.
What you say? Who's that Nick there? I'm looking at Caesar.
See,
Caesar responded to
Ty.
a Cleveland thing talking about Tim Couch. Come on, bro.
we know it ain't Tim Couch. Did he even win 3 games? That's the real question. Yeah, this game is going to be run on run. That's what it's going to be. Running. Where's the far side when you need him? Can't keep running away. You got Derrick Henry with 869 yards on the season, leading the league in rushing yards, leading the league in touchdowns on the ground with 10 of them. He's the only person in double digits. 10 touch. He got 10 touchdowns. 10 touchdowns on the ground.
Cheat code.
$124 per week. But on the other side, the wild part is this dude's second, I believe, in the league in rushing yards. I said Henry, what, 869? Second is 579. 570, yeah, 579. What in the world? That's ridiculous. Jonathan Taylor, like I said, second in the league in rushing yards. He's got 5 touchdowns on the ground, which is half of Henry. Like, it's crazy how dominant Henry's been. And he didn't even play well in 1 game, maybe 2 games. They didn't play exceptionally well in. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I have to give a special, I'm gonna call it a shout out, but I gotta at least mention that Carson Wentz has only thrown 1 pick this season. Not that he's been superb or exceptional or anything, like our SBP member Chris is trying to say everybody owes Carson Wentz an apology. I don't know about all that as far as how he's playing this season, but 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. You can't complain about that. And yeah, the Colts aren't bad, but it's going to be a problem today. That's all I'm saying. Matter of fact, I'll just put it out there right now, Prime. I got Tennessee 34, the Colts 27, in Indy. And Henry just runs all over these people as he did once before.
King Henry 4 straight 100-yard games against the Colts. Something to keep in mind. But yeah, you mentioned my guy, my favorite running back, not named Zeke, Jonathan Taylor, has 2 straight 100-yard games. So he's looking to build on that. Matter of fact, he's trying to become the first Colts running back to have 3 straight 100-yard games since who?
Since Marshall Faulk.
Adrian James. Adrian James, 2005, and he had 5 straight. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor looking to get busy today. I think he gets a lot of work, and he should. The Colts got so many injuries off and on at receiver. You mentioned, the T.Y. Hilton was supposed to be playing, possibly, but they've lost a couple of guys over the past couple of weeks, so the consistency is not there. One guy I do like though is we know very well is Mo Alley Cox. Mo Alley Cox, 4 TDs over the last 4 or 5 weeks, I believe. He's even if he don't get the 2 receptions, he's usually good for a touchdown. So I think this will be very close, but it's crazy how close our scores are as well. I got the Titans 31-27.
And I said 34-27. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Patriots Chargers. Caesar's boys looking to rebound after what happened here, a couple of weeks ago, was not good. But they get a plus on this mix because they saw that Austin Eckler says he's going to play today. And there were some questions about him. He got nicked up during the week. But what's crazy, the way that he announced that he was going to play today, he posted on his social media account his fantasy lineup for the day, and he put himself in there.
Yes. There it is.
He gonna get a lot
That's
of
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I ain't mad at him. Yeah, the fact that I have to talk about the Chargers again after the disappointment. I'm not gonna go backwards. I'm not gonna live in the past like I did 15 minutes ago. Justin Herbert, he's looking decent this year, 14-4 on the year. Nothing too super spectacular, but he's fine. He's playing well. Hopefully Mike Williams is healthy. We love the Chargers receiving core and expect big things from them. On the other side, you got Mac Jones. The Mac is back. Mac actually played pretty well last week, throwing for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can't knock the hustle. I mean, you can, but I ain't gonna get into anything negative about Mac Jones because this ain't about that. Anyway, let's just put it out there, Prime. I'm calling for a SmackDown. A SmackDown. That's right. They let me down 2 weeks ago, but I'm going back with them today. The Chargers, and I ain't even keeping it close, bro. I ain't even keeping it close.
Hmm.
40. They putting up a 40 spot. 40. That's right. 4-0. 40-20.
You
Season.
gonna disrespect Belichick like that? The great Bill Belichick. 40,
Belichick.
40 points put on him.
Call him Elichek after the day.
Well, hey, shoot, didn't if in season I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm trying to remember. Didn't the Patriots beat them like 40 something to nothing last year or 40 something? I'm being for real. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being for real. I think last like
Caesar.
43 or 45 to nothing, something like that.
Hmm.
It was an ugly game like recent years. So Belichick is not gonna sit there and let that joint get reversed on him, bro. Yeah, yes.
You said last year? Last year?
Yeah, I do. Clip that. Clip just said it. Mr. Jones just told us Yep, I'm trying to tell you. He just confirmed it. I thought it was like 40 something to nothing. I'm trying to tell you.
Who was quarterbacking?
It don't matter. He got beat 40 something.
Hold on, bro. Cam only threw like 2 touchdowns the whole season.
Hold on, man. You got matter of fact, we gonna research this real quick because it
Please
just
let
popped
me
into my
know.
head, man. Like it just popped into my head.
Last year?
Yeah.
Remember how terrible Cam was last year? I'm trying to remember how the heck they scored 40 some points.
Let's see. We're gonna look this up. We on there. We're gonna look this up right here on the air. It just popped
Live
into
and
my head.
direct. Dang. That's bad business.
I remember a ugly game. Yeah. December 6th, 45 to nothing, the New England Patriots beat the Chargers last year. Week 13.
Wow.
Yep. And what was crazy, let's go. So Cam Newton. Wow. Cam Newton. I gotta go back and revisit this. This can't be right. 69 yards passing.
That sounds about right.
Oh, okay, yeah. He had 69 and Herbert had 209. Herbert, I remember now. Herbert didn't throw any touchdowns. He threw 2 interceptions. Cam Newton had 2 rushing touchdowns. So Cam Newton didn't even have 200 yards of total offense between his legs and his arm. Didn't throw, and he threw 1 touchdown and he ran for 2. So he had 3 touchdowns but less than 200 yards of offense. Just barely over 100 yards of offense. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I knew I wasn't crazy. He said it was ugly, like Aunt Esther.
Hey man, I want y'all to go back and look at pictures of Aunt Esther when she was young. She won't like that.
Totally
She won't
different.
look that bad. Yeah.
Totally different. All right, so but this game, man, it's going to be interesting, man. I think Patriots. I think you disrespecting the Patriots just a little bit. You know, if the Chargers do put up points, they just trying to make up for what happened a couple of weeks ago. I think they got a chip on their shoulder. But Belichick, and they're not a bad team defensively. He always got some tricks up his sleeve. You got the Hunter Henry aspect. Does he try to get, a little revenge on his own team back?
Heather Hunter.
So, huh?
My bad. I thought you said Heather Hunter.
Nah, bro. We ain't.
Okay.
Hunter Henry, bro. I don't know. She didn't. Heather Hunter didn't play a lot, but I don't think she played on the field. So we're gonna leave it at that. I expect a little bit closer game than what you give it, man. I'm gonna say 30-23. I think the Patriots will play well enough not to get embarrassed. Maybe Jacoby Myers gets his first touchdown. I mean, I don't know, but no, we'll see. But I think it'll be I don't think they're gonna be disrespected. And me saying that the game will be 23-0 at the end of the first quarter. But anyway, the Washington football teams and the Broncos will get it in today. And why are we talking about this game? Because we're just talking about it because it's not an overly exciting week.
At all.
Yeah, to me. Yeah. To me, it just comes down sorts to which quarterback you going to trust more. Is it going to be Teddy Two Gloves or Taylor Heineke? I mean, that's what I think.
Well, being that, just like you just said, sometimes I can't remember if his name is Taylor or Tyler. And that's true.
I don't even care.
I have to look it up. I'd be like, is it Taylor? I can't remember. But that's sad because I was, uh, you know, promoting him to be the starting quarterback for the season, and yet I can't remember what his first name is. Anyway, they both, you know, leave something to be desired. Actually, both of these teams. I'm not talking about this prime. Jerry Judy's coming back this week. How about that? Judy's coming back. This game is trash. 29-20 Denver.
Hey, I think that it's important for the Broncos really to come out smoking in this one because they've started slow. Do you know they haven't had the lead in any of the last 3 games?
I mean, does not surprise me.
I mean, they got to get it together, man. And they playing at home today. It feels like a big tight end game for me. I think so. We know that Washington's been dealing with injuries and with
Logan Thomas.
yeah, Thomas not playing. They've been going to your boy. Rick. I think on the other side, Fant is due for a big game. I'm a big Noah Fant guy. I think he's destined at some point with the right guy pulling the trigger to be a top 5 tight end in this league. And I think today, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he touched that end zone twice because the Washington football team has had a real problem yardage wise containing the tight end. So I think he definitely could eat. Denver's rush defense has been down over the past couple of weeks, which is surprising because I expected him to be overall solid. So maybe Gibson gets a little love and gets over that hump, but I don't think they do enough. A couple of picks here, a couple of picks there, 2-3 picks for your boy Heineken, whatever he is today. I think that's a deciding factor. The Broncos squeak it out at home, 23-20.
Please don't disrespect Heineken's by connecting them to the Washington football team. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Justin Upshaw, I hope you get your money right because you're going to be paying them Cowboy fans once Washington does not win this division. They'll be eliminated soon enough. So,
Yeah, but you can just go ahead and, cash out them
pay
people.
now.
Let's go ahead and cash out, PayPal them people now. It's just no need. Let's just get it out the way.
Save yourself the trouble.
So yeah, big Noah Fant day in my opinion. I do want to see them work this running back thing out though. I keep telling you, I think it's a matter of time before Williams takes that job. From old boy from England, but I want to see Denver running back thing out. Yeah. So just a matter of time. You heard it here first, second, and third. You know what I'm saying? So I said it. Yeah. Bucks and Saints. Bucks and Saints get in today. And back in the day when Breeze was slinging it, we'd be all excited about it. Now we probably just gonna watch it, But the thing I'm looking for in this game off the top, and you know how I get down when it comes to certain people who line up on the defensive side of the ball. I'm always checking that corner position. And we got a prime matchup today. Hopefully no fists are thrown between Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans because both of them get a little high-headed at times.
Well, Mike Evans actually got busy last week. Tampa Bay seems to get busy on a weekly basis. Evans had six catches, 76 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He actually has 7 on the season. Mm-hmm. So he's still doing his Mike Evans getting into the end zone thing. Actually, he caused some controversy, but he caused the controversy by giving the 600th touchdown football to the fan. And was that was last week, right?
Last week.
Yeah, he gave the football away. And let me ask you, Prime, while we're here, what would you ask for? I'm gonna tell you what I would ask for. I'm taking the ball first of all. I'm not giving as a fan. I'm not giving it back. I'm actually leaving immediately. I'm asking for security. First security person I get to at the top of the stairs, I'm asking for security. Point me to the police. This is one time I'm like, police, help me. Walk me to this car because I'm holding on to this thing and I'm asking for $500,000 and whatever. Yeah, $500,000. They're not gonna give me $500,000, but that's what I'm asking for. We're gonna start high and aim for $100,000, maybe 2. I'm not giving the ball away for no. I don't care about no season tickets. I don't care about no signed football. I don't need all that. I'm gonna hold on to this Joan, and if you want it, you'll pay for it. Somebody gonna pay for it, and this might be my windfall. You never know.
Depends on who the quarterback is. What I like to do tonight. That's just really what it boils down to. Now Brady, I like Brady, so I ain't gonna go that far about 500,000, but I'm gonna keep that number five alive. They gonna give me season tickets for 5 years, and all my
Hmm.
beer is free. Matter of fact, all my food is free for those 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I want a personal person to bring me beers every time I hit the little buzzer or whatever on my phone. You know, and then yeah, you can have the football back. That's all I want. You
You're
know,
a nice guy, Prime. You let them people off easy.
man,
Oh, did you
5
see the
years. Yeah, 5 years.
no, I feel you. You might drink enough beer to cover 500,000. I don't know.
You know me. Going down, bro. Oh, I want a chauffeur back and forth to the stadium too. For them 5 years.
Oh, add that in.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta,
Right. Can't be out here.
I gotta have transportation, bro.
Can't be out here DW. I mean
Yeah,
DU. I ain't gonna
they
say
gonna have to take me
DW.
out the same entrance that the players come in and go out.
You going Spike Lee on them? You
Yeah,
going Spike Lee?
they're gonna take me out there and do me like that. But
Bro, did you see the video of Leonard Fournette laughing as he's being tackled?
mm-mm.
He was mic'd up. I think it was last week, and it's like five different plays. He's running, boom, 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 gets hit by another person, and he giggles. And I'm like, this dude crazy. Who out here getting tackled and laughing? Y'all, anybody watching? Do y'all know anybody? Did y'all in your football days know anybody that was just a little bit off? Because
Oh,
that seems a little bit off to me.
oh yeah, I played on some teams with some off people. Now, as far as me ever laughing, I getting hit or tackled, that ain't never happened. It might have been one or two times the eyes might have watered a little bit, not trying to play it off. So you ain't see it. I ain't definitely no laughing, bro. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
not
crazy.
by being tackled anyway. So, but it is what it is. That's great right there. This game comes down to me like this, bro. It's Jameis, okay? If Jameis doesn't turn into a turnover machine, which he hasn't done a bad job as of late. And we'll see
Yeah.
a lot of dump offs like Caesar was talking about in the previous game we were talking about. I think that as good as a defense as the Saints have played for the most part, they actually have a chance to keep this game close. I really do. It's all on Jameis. Jameis turns if he doesn't turn the ball over, we limit it to maybe one turnover if it, or less. They have a chance to keep this game really, really close. If Jameis turns the ball over two or more times, this game could get really, really ugly. And you know they throwing the blitz package at him today. It's all coming. It's all coming. And so I'm going to roll with the Bucks. I'm going to roll with the Bucks, and I'm going to base it off the premise I think that Jameis is going to get at least two turnovers in this game. Tom Brady and crew, give me a score of 35-20.
Hmm. That's almost respectable, Prime. Almost respectable. Um, James has actually only thrown 3 picks this season.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew, right? 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. But his completion percentage is under 60%. So it's not like he's lighting anybody up, even with the 13 touchdowns. I have this thing being a smackdown. Prime has it a little bit closer. He had a 15-point loss for Tampa Bay. I got him losing by 20, and I got another 40 spot going up on the board. Yep,
Yeah.
Thomas Brady, 44. The Tom Brady's 44, and the New Orleans Saints 24.
Yeah, Bucks supposed to get Gronk back today, so that's great for them, especially being there's no Antonio Brown. Uh,
Right.
so but they're supposed to get the boy back today, and you know how Brady does it. Probably gonna try to target him at least a couple of times in that their end zone. But it ought to be real fun, a very entertaining game. It's look good for Brady to have his boy back out there on the field with him.
Word.
And Mark Ingram was back with the Saints, so we'll see. I saw something that said that Ingram wanted to get his number 22 back, and that I forget the gentleman that's wearing 22 now with the squad was willing to give it back to him, but the league intervened, and I guess there's some financials and some other things involved, and wouldn't let him change that number. So
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what number he's going to end up with. I saw something that said he could actually be wearing the number 14. And I
Oh
haven't seen
wow,
that confirmed, but that would be crazy. The flip side, 41 for Kamara, 14, for his boy.
that's
So
kind of
I
dope
guess we'll
though.
find out for sure today when he takes the field if he is wearing that 14. I haven't seen the official, but I think that's what he wanted to wear now, that he couldn't get the 22
That's
back.
kind of dope. That's
Yeah,
kind of
so
dope.
we'll
I
see.
like that.
You know, back again. Lastly, would be the night game, which has a lot of questions. I know when this game was initially put on the schedule that people were like, okay, we really got something. Now we don't know because we don't know the status of one Dak Prescott if he's even going to play tonight.
Man, Dak better play because I went against Minnesota in all my pools, and I like Minnesota. You know, you and I tend to like to pick Minnesota when in
Always
their
put
game.
Minnesota.
So Dak better play. That's all I'm saying. Dak better play.
I
I
don't
know
think he's
he's
going to play.
play.
I just got a feeling like if you coming off a bye week and they mentioned that he might have had a little bit of soreness a couple of days ago. I'll be honest with you, I don't even want him to play. If it's the smallest, look at it, we got a commanding lead in the division. We're, barring major injury, we're going to win the division. I mean, we've got a nice lead already.
Dang, hold on, Prime. Hold on, Prime. You 6 games in, y'all 5-1, and you have already declared the Dallas Cowboys the winners of the NFC East. Is that
Has
what you're telling
anybody
me?
else in the division even won more than 2 games?
It's 10 games left, 11 games left.
Barring major injury to Dak Prescott mainly, the Cowboys are going to win this division by more than a couple of games. Okay, we're not, unless something happens to Dak, I'm telling you, we all know this. We're gonna be. They might wrap this division. Now, this division might be done by week 13 or 14. I'm telling you right now. So I wouldn't play him. If there's any, they said they're going to test him before the game. If there's any type of discomfort or pain, even if it's slight, they're not going to play him. You want to win? Put Cooper Rush in. Let him spin. I mean, that might not happen for real, but Cooper Rush should be starting if you ask me. I'm leaning towards if I'm thinking that Dak is not going to play
Dang.
on a Sunday night.
People saying they've been waiting all day for Sunday night, and this is what they're gonna get. Dallas can't lose, bro. Dallas cannot lose. I need Dallas to win. I need this Cowboy fan high to remain high. The world has been much more peaceful when Dallas wins because all the Dallas Cowboy fans are happy and feeling good and making videos and stuff. So I need this to keep going. Don't trick it up now. Don't trick it up now.
You talking about making videos, man? You talking about the fans?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, man, we ain't got no players out there like doing no Juju Smith Schuster type stuff, man. We won't have none of that, man. I thought you was talking about the squad.
Oh no. You know your friends.
And we ain't friends. We just, we associates. We in the same family. No, you had that like that distant cousin. Yeah, that's what my love hate affair with fellow Cowboy fans. I don't
Yeah.
know too many that I even like to even associate with, but it is what it is. But
Right.
speaking, you said waiting all day for Sunday night. Not that you care, but do you know where that theme came from? Have you ever heard that theme before? That's playing in the backdrop or the of that song.
I have no idea.
There was a song. I'm gonna date myself. I just know it's back in the '80s, and I know we talk a lot of hip hop, but there was a group that had a couple of big hits. Most notably, the lead singer Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. There was a song called "I Hate Myself for Loving You." I don't know
Mm.
why I threw that out there, but I just threw it out there. I
I
mean,
like it, bro. I like a random fact.
yeah. So, yeah, I grew up in the county, y'all. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, Franklin from Charlie Brown. I was the Franklin from Charlie Brown in most of at least my elementary school years. But
Feel you on that. Did they give you a broken chair on the other side of the table too?
No, my friends actually loved me, man. We were good. Now, friends till this day. I don't have a lot of friends, but I got some true friends from those days, so they took care of me. We was good.
Good.
All right, we was good. Hey, but yeah, but this game tonight, man. So the matchup, you got Trayvon Diggs, Anthony Burnham Brown, as I called him. Everybody's hyped me up talking about Anthony Brown playing better because he got a little interception the other day. They going against some real hogs, some dogs, man. Like you going against Thielen, you going against my guy Jefferson. Yo, this ain't gonna be easy, whether Dak play or not.
Facts, facts. The strongly hated in the DC area, Kirk Cousins, as usual, is playing well. He plays well. Hate him, love him. Kirk Cousins, 1,769 yards on the season, 13 touchdowns, only 2 picks. He takes care of that rock and he gets the ball into the end zone through the air. You can't be mad at him. I guess you can, because we know Jerron and Keys and the rest of the Washington faithful hate this man. But
In their feelings.
I'm I'm gonna stick by him. I'm gonna stick by him. That's my dude. Hopefully Dalvin Cook is still feeling good. He had a $140 last game. Um, well, not for you. You don't hope he's feeling good. But anyway, you know what's wild? We talked about how Zeke started out slow and all that at the beginning of the season, yet he still has over 500 yards on the ground.
Put some respect
Wow.
on his name.
Put some respect on his name. I mean, we blame, your man at the helm, actually, not so much Zeke, but that's a whole nother story. But hold it. Go ahead, Prime. Tell us about your love of Mike McCarthy.
Who made that joint? No love. Was it Drake? I don't. I hate Mike McCarthy, man. So let's just and I hate a strong word. I dislike Mike McCarthy. Okay. I really do. Now I will say that I have done a complete 360 almost on Kellen Moore. I like Kellen Moore.
Ah,
I'm telling you, like Kellen Moore, he's going to be in the mix, or people are going to be tugging at him already after this season for a head coaching job. And I am praying as of right now, until he makes me mad again, that Jerry Jones did what he did with Jason Garrett and pay him, make him the highest paid offensive coordinator, almost pay him like a head coach, and keep
yeah,
him there. So if McCarthy, or when he falls on his face, then maybe he'll get the job, because you don't want to mess up continuity. And regardless of all the conversations we've had about Dak Prescott over the years, Dak Prescott is undoubtedly a different guy. He's not, he's the guy that people were saying that he was 3 or 4 years ago that he wasn't. Dak is a different guy, and Dak is playing at an elite level. Let's just put it out there. Kellen Moore has a whole lot to do with that. So yeah, so that's where we are with that. And they're gonna need him today. They're gonna need him today, especially if Cooper Rush is back there. They're gonna need everything Kellen Moore can give them. I know he's gonna have to simplify the game. He's not as mobile as Dak. He's I'm not gonna say he can't make the throws that Dak does. We don't know, but maybe he got it in him for one game. But this is just going to be real interesting, man, just to see. Because I think that the Minnesota Vikings, and I've said it all season, they're definitely susceptible to the big play on that back end. The
yeah.
thing is, can Cooper deliver it back there? So, but it's an interesting game, man. It's an interesting game. I got it pretty much like this. If the Cowboys, if Dak plays and he's healthy, the Cowboys going to win it. Now, probably for the first time this season, I think, maybe pick against Minnesota, 28-24. If Dak doesn't play, Captain Kirk serves it up a little bit. Minnesota wins it 31-17.
Ooh, I like what you're doing there,
At least they're
Prime.
going to have the
Since we
lead.
doubling up.
We
Since we
have
doubling
the
up on
lead.
that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will. You will. 34-26 Dallas with Dak Prescott. I don't have a without Dak Prescott score. Let me see. Carry the one. Minnesota 30, Dallas 20 without Dak Prescott.
Very interesting. So we're going to find out as they get closer. I'm just leaning that I don't believe, unless they just completely lying to us about the little bit of feeling he had in his leg when they were in practice the other day. I don't think he's going to play. And if it's a question, I don't want him to play. Taking the L ain't gonna hurt nothing this week if that's what it boils down to. Not gonna hurt a thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how confident I am. So, what else you got for these people, man?
Oh, well, I will mention that even though this is not a TikTok friendly space, I will mention that tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I will be going live, doing a sourcing company live on TikTok.
Okay.
With an interview with one of the most beloved families on social media, the Coley family. I don't know if you may have seen, you or anybody listening may have seen different videos of a family, all browner skinned people. It's like six of them, and then they have one kind of adopted son that they include in the family. So it's a total of 7 people usually, and they just do some silly stuff, but it's like wholesome stuff. And I mean, they get like all the retweets, all the reposts from Shade Room to BT to ESPN Sports Center to like everybody retweets their stuff. And I believe Key was the second oldest son and the pretty much the director of everything, the producer. He's got like 1.3 million followers on TikTok. So, and they're my wife's cousins. So, and look at that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on TikTok. See if we can turn Sourcing Company into something live on TikTok. And this will be the first one. So we'll see how that turns out. Tune in if you have a TikTok. I don't know if you can watch if you don't, but tune in if you can.
Dope. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Make sure y'all check that out. Before we got on this, I think we had 3 spots available. I think in the FanDuel. I don't know if they filled them yet. I bumped it a couple of times, but if not, get in there. Well, at least 2 more people get in there. But we had 3 spots available early this morning, so we'll see where we are. But we've been in that same position probably each of the last couple of weeks, and then somebody would always jump in when we hit 19 or 20. So we'll see where we are. I haven't had any luck yet this year. Luckily, my fantasy football teams, most of them are doing a heck of a lot better than my daily. Even the ones I stumbled out the gate on, I pretty much caught up. So we'll see how that goes. So, but get in there, man, and maybe this be my FanDuel week to at least get in at least number 3, hopefully.
You're trying to just get to number 3, Prime. That's all I did last week or the week before. Got to 3rd place. I'm gonna ride that one place out. But I might not go again, but I can hold on to that one.
Oh, Cliff said we lit. Is that for the FanDuel? Is that what you're talking about, bro?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, he said, yeah. I hope so. And yeah, hopefully I can win something, man. Look, we got to keep an eye out, man. I had to make sure I send the peacemakers out in the group, the SBP peacemakers, man, between Rehan and Caesar, because they got a little thing going on about winning this thing, and Caesar then got lucky between that, or he won what's the name too, didn't he? Did he win the? Did he win Pick'ems yet?
No.
Has he want to pick him yet? He didn't want to pick him, but I think Caesar been kind of hot on this FanDuel joint. So
yeah, I think he might have won back to back or something like that.
Yeah, so we got to make sure we send the peacemakers out, man. It's all love, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna park somebody outside of both of their houses, just make sure everything is good till we take care of this family business. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. I'm gonna get out here. I'm not handing out any candy. So I need y'all coming around here. But if somebody handing out beers, let me know this evening. I might try to stop out there with my bag real quick before all the sports is on tonight. And we'll see.
Ooh, Prime.
Yeah.
How you gonna have it set up? What's gonna be on the big TV
today? You're gonna trip off of this because I know it's NFL, right? So during the course of the day, I'm actually not going to have NFL on the TV to the earlier part of the day. I'm going to have the probably this red zone, the bad boy, off one of the iPads, right? We watching. I wasn't able to take my week of vacation off to space it out, so we're going to watch 4 of the John Carpenter Halloween movies today. Back to
Y'all are
back.
them
We're going to
people.
yeah, we're going with Halloween 1, Halloween 2. We skipped number 3 because if anybody knows anything about the franchise, that one sucked and it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. And then we're gonna do 4 and 5. So we marathoning it on the big TV until tonight. And then tonight, the way I will have it set up, most likely, to be honest with you, will probably be World Series on the big TV. I will probably put the boys, especially if my quarterback don't play, on one of the tablets, and I'll probably break out the other tablet just to see if they're what NBA is popping off tonight. So but yeah, just for the chance of us doing something big, uh, the A will be on the big TV.
Word, word. That's a nice shirt you got too.
Yeah, I love this shirt. It's one of my favorites. It's beautiful. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Recognize. Shout out to you and the fam. It's all good. But that's all I got, man. I'm your boy Prime. You can catch me all the time if you want. At Prime SBK on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I'm on TikTok. With only I ain't got busy yet. There's a couple of things on there, but it's coming. I ain't be able to do it as good as this guy does it, but I got some things I'm going to get to when work allows me. So it is what it is.
Well, I'm going ham on that joint, so it is what it is.
Do that.
Judge if you want. I don't care. Judge me. At Source, of course, on Instagram, TikTok, and TikTok, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, whatever. Yeah, at Source, of course.
And I will leave y'all with this. I know we've mentioned it a couple of times. We just haven't gotten to it. Be on the lookout somewhere here soon. Source and I are going to do something special. We're going to go back and talk about the Wu-Tang. The Wu-Tang Saga on Hulu. So if you have not watched it, go to Hulu. Check it out. It is dopeness on top of dopeness and fire. And maybe next season we maybe try to find a way that we can, I don't know, if we have enough time that we could break it down weekly, maybe.
That would be fun.
But that would be off the chain. But we just had a heck of a season 2, so we're gonna find a way to talk about that soon. I promise.
Word, word.
Boys, we up out here.